Well, hopefully you're finding a place to stay warm here tonight across the Gulf Coast on this winter night here in early January. The cold weather that we've been talking about for about the last week is here, pretty much right when we expected it. And it looks like it's going to hang around all week long. So the question may be, how cold does it get overnight tonight in your community? We'll look at that. Also, wind chills have been in the low 20s through most of the evening. They could briefly be in the teens in some places overnight tonight. So it is going to be quite cold out there tonight. We'll go ahead and pull this up full here. And we'll take a look at our forecast, and I've got the temps and the wind chill up here for you. And so our air temperatures may not be that cold. I mean, 28 is cold, but it's not record-breaking cold. But what's really getting our attention is that wind chill. It feels colder, and that's going to have numbers around 20 to 21 degrees in some places early tomorrow morning. So we definitely have some colder air on the way. Today's wind gusts have been very, very brisk, and it looks like the worst of the wind was mostly this morning, although you see Destin reporting a 32-mile-per-hour gust this evening, and Pensacola a 35-mile-per-hour gust. So it's been very blustery. Look at Evergreen at 36 miles per hour and Pascagoula at 30 miles per hour. That was as of early afternoon. So a lot of the wind is just getting going here tonight, and our predicted wind chills, it's going to vary a little bit from place to place. But what's interesting here is that, with the temperature pattern being a little more uniform across the area and the wind actually being higher near the coast, the wind chill in Gulf Shores is 20 and the wind chill in Chatham is 20. And sometimes it's a little colder in the inland spots, but this is a situation where the coast is just about as cold as the inland spots tonight. We've got wind chills in the teens, possibly briefly in Mobile and Bay Minette, and we could see some wind chills around 17 up into Monroe County. Now, this is something that's going to probably catch you by surprise right here. So you look at this, you say, today's high 7 degrees. No way. It wasn't 70 degrees today. Well, actually, technically it was. At 12:01 a.m., we had still a temperature around 70 degrees early this morning. As that front came through overnight, we saw the temperatures lower, but most places were actually up around 70, and that's what is making it feel so cold. It was warm, really unseasonably warm, and now it is unseasonably cold, so it's quite the change for us. And we have a cold weather advisory. This is a product that's issued from the National Weather Service anytime we have wind chills potentially in the teens, that you just have to bundle up and be prepared to have those pets come indoors, bring in the sensitive plants or cover them, and just be prepared for what's likely going to be a moderate freeze tonight for many locations across the Gulf Coast. So we've got a cold trend that has been building, and that cold air looks like it's going to hang around at least through Friday, may even get another little mini piece of it on Saturday. And this deep trough in the jet stream is still encompassing a good portion of the United States. We're on the southern end of it, so our air is a little modified, but it's still really cold for us. And I don't see a major change between now and Sunday. We're going to continue to have chilly days and cold nights. And looking at the temperatures tonight in Mobile County and in Baldwin County, we've got readings in the upper 20s, Citronelle at 27, Fairhope at 29, 28 in Foley. So yeah, it's going to be a moderate freeze for us tonight. Normally it has to be 25 or colder for us to really see major problems with the pipes, but some exposed pipes maybe have some problems tomorrow morning. We may have some issues there. Temperatures across the Florida Panhandle are around 30 in Pensacola, 30 in Fort Walton Beach. That's cold at the beach. I mean, freezing is cold for Destin, and we've got some mid-20s, Crestview at 26, and there's going to be a substantial wind chill with these numbers, mid to upper 20s in the inland spots. Some of the cold spots like Thomasville at 26 and Monroeville at 26, 28 McIntosh. And looking at Greene County, George County in the upper 20s. So what's up with the potential for precipitation this week? Anytime we get cold weather, everybody asks, hey, it's cold, is it going to snow? And the answer is probably not. This is the Futurecast, and it shows a low pressure area and some rain in our area on Friday morning. And I wouldn't be surprised if the first 30 minutes or an hour, it might start out as some sleet pellets, especially in the inland parts of the forecast area. But the coastal areas are most likely going to be just plain rain. And after 30 minutes to an hour, the atmosphere will begin to moisten up and we don't have that evaporative cooling effect, and then it should be just plain rain. So this is the classic setup for wintry weather in the deep south. A low pressure in the Gulf with cold air in place. The problem is the low, the center of that low looks like it's going to be too close to us and we're going to be too warm. And so that snow is going to happen in Mississippi and in northern Alabama and into the Mid-South and into the Tennessee Valley, as you can see there. And we're all rain by the time you wake up on Friday morning. So it's possible we could get a little brief wintry mix Thursday night for just a little bit. And then we go over to all rain, and the profiles definitely suggest rain on Friday. And of course, this could change, but right now it's looking like that low is a little too far north to give us any kind of wintry precip, and then it'll zip out into the Atlantic as we head into the weekend. So I mentioned that it looked like it was going to be a long duration cold spell because of that deep trough in the jet stream, and our 7-day is showing temperatures in the upper 40s, some overnight lows in the 20s. Then Thursday night, see how we dropped down to only 37? That's that possible rain system coming in. And temperatures are going to be just too warm based on what we're seeing, but it's not exactly going to be roasty and toasty. We've got a temperature of 49 with rain on Friday, and the rain chance is 80%. Saturday and Sunday, looks like we're back into the cold again, and we could go back into the 20s Saturday night, and we really don't see the 50s until Sunday. So get ready for cold weather that's going to hang around for a while. It could be around even through Saturday and Sunday, and we don't see any record-breaking lows, so this can happen. It's not normal, but this happens. We get cold weather in the wintertime, and this is unseasonably cold, but it's not off the charts cold. However, it might feel like that a little bit with the wind chill. Tomorrow morning is going to be a cold one. Bundle up. Make sure the kids have warm clothes for school. We appreciate you joining us here on our Fox 10 Gulf Stream.